Paramore's eponymous fourth album came out this Tuesday, and though we're barely a quarter of the way through the year, I think their latest effort might have a damn good shot at making my album of the year list. No, I am not joking. No, I am not being ironic. No, I am not sucking up to the band in an attempt to get Hayley Williams' phone number. This album is really that good. And this is coming from someone who, until very recently, wasn't one of Paramore's biggest fans. And don't get me wrong, I liked Riot when it came out, but for some reason I skipped out on Brand New Lies. Not for distaste for the band, mind, it just came out right around that time where I was starting to molt out of my emo skin and into the smelly, unshaven exoskeleton of the short-lived hipster phase of my music snob life cycle. But for research, I bought that album last week and I absolutely loved it. In fact, so much that I was actually worried that the band wouldn't be able to top their previous effort, a fear shared by many others, seeing as how the band recently lost two of its founding members, albeit the ones with the douchiest emo haircuts, and considering our Paramore is now only functioning at 60% efficiency, are they still able to produce a good emo product? The answer to that question is, well, no. This album is not an emo product. What it is a spellbinding leap in a wonderful new direction from a band that I don't think many people were expecting to have this much hidden potential. I will admit though, the sudden shift might be a bit jarring if all you're used to hearing from the band is that one song where the one girl pulls the other girl's chicken fillets out of her shirt. The opening tracks, Fast in My Car, Now and Grow Up, aren't quite as explosive as the openers from their previous albums, and they have a much tighter emphasis on keyboards of all things. But this is intentional. It's meant to set up an entirely different tone. This album has a poppier feel to it, but not to, a fucking disgusting degree. There's still plenty of head boppers here, and it's diverse and multifarious enough that it never gets boring or monotonous. The band does sound a wee bit more stripped down this time, perhaps because of the lack of douche, but I like the new approach. Without being bludgeoned by the double guitar assault, this album allows the rhythm section to shine through a lot more, and I can say without reservation that this band has one of the most underrated rhythm sections in modern rock. Songs like Proof and Ain't It Fun showcase just how crazy effective Jeremy Davis is at laying down lines and gluing melodies together. And Williams delivers some of the best vocal performances of her entire career. On tracks like Still Into You and the aforementioned Ain't It Fun, she absolutely shakes the walls with her singing. She's what Mariah Carey would sound like if she had more than a dozen functioning brain cells. She's a belter, and that's what I've always liked about her singing style. If Iron Maiden ever decided to employ an actual maiden, she wouldn't even have to audition for the job. And I haven't even touched on the range this album has. The previously mentioned Still Into You comes off with an almost no doubt-ish kind of feel, while Part 2 incorporates an almost Joy Division-y aesthetic, or at least maybe what New Order might have sounded like if they picked up guitars instead of synthesizers after Ian Curtis's death. And Hate to See Your Heart Break, with its ambient drumming and unique mix of bells and strings, feels like it could be a cut from the Ben's OK Computer area of Radiohead. It's kinda nuts. I mean, forgive me if I sound like I'm gushing, but this is a hell of a lot more than I was expecting from the band that wrote that one song about how boys are cute. On that note, even the lyrics have matured greatly. There's a central theme of growing up laced throughout the lyrical structure, and given all the stupid haircuts the band has had to shed during the making of this album, it rings pretty true. It feels like the most genuine piece of work they've ever produced. And I could go on and on about all of these things, but since I'm running out of background footage, I'll sum up my general opinion like this. This is one of the best examples of musical growth I've seen in years, both sonically and lyrically. The band could have released another album of hair gel-soaked warblers, but instead they chose to branch out in a new direction while holding on to the things about their previous sound that still work, and they couldn't have pulled it off better. I mean, if you're absolutely locked in 2007, then this album might be a little hard to digest at first, but trust me, stick with it. This album will grow on you. It's pleasant, it's confident, it's unpretentious, and most importantly, it's fucking fun! And rock could use more albums like this. Paramore gets 5 bland album covers out of 5. Whew, man, I've only done 4 of these things so far, and 3 of them have been overwhelmingly positive. Hell, maybe 2013 is going to shape up to be one of the best years ever in rock music. Hey, maybe I'll get lucky and I won't run into any completely asinine, pointless, undigestible crap that I'll... Oh, fuck.